Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Teresa Craftygrams, and my whole crafting world is completely in disarray. Half of my stuff is still here in this craft room, and the other half of my stuff is in the new craft room. We'll do a bit of a video update at the end. So, had no idea what to work on today, but I've seen a couple of other people do this. The first one was a thumbnail. I didn't watch the video. Thumbnail from Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah, and then yesterday I saw on Facebook someone else had picked up her idea, and I don't really know who that person is or even what group it was, to tell you the truth. So I thought, well, that's relatively easy for us to do today, since I do not have an idea at all where a lot of my stuff is. I mean, I know it's all here, just didn't want to have to run back and forth between the rooms for this. And so anyway, we won't be doing any decorating. We'll just be making these sort of base items to be customized to whatever journal they may go in. So here we go. I've got some 8.5 by 11 scrapbook papers. They're from Park Lane, and these are time-worn textiles. So, as a side note, I have a question. If Joann's has gone out of business, where do we now buy Park Lane products? Because I really liked that line. And I do get a lot of, well, I did get a lot of their stuff. So, that's just something I am curious about. I'll probably, you know, if I can get my brain wrapped around it, I will try to research that. See if there's someplace else we can buy that line of product. Anyway, so what this little, I guess sort of a mass make is, it is just a very simple, basic pocket fold. Like so, with obviously with book page and paper. I'm sure I could use scraps, but I don't know whether they're here or there, so we're just gonna go with this. I will use my little guillotine cutter, and it's just lining the inside of the pocket with some paper, like so. And then it'll be ready to customize, as I said, for a journal. And they also, I don't know if this was in Tina's version of it, but the one that I saw on Facebook, she had taken some other book page strips and pieces and sort of used them like a washi tape or just some edging. She just used that for edging, which I thought was a good way to use up the bits and pieces of book page that are always sitting around. So we're going to do this with precise measuring, of course. That's like not true. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I don't measure. So we will get the good old pencil out, use my reach, and we will cut like so. My hands are very shaky. I've been doing obviously a lot of moving and lifting and rearranging. Yesterday I spent the entire day going through all of my 12 by 12 papers, and I'm a little angry at myself for wasting so much space. I had them all in those, 12 by 12 storage boxes that are, a couple of inches tall. Well, I got everything out of them and into two really wide, two of the large paper holders I got from the Container Store. Two of them, and then the other, I had already had a milk crate thing that held 12 by 12 stuff. So all of that sort of boil down into 8 inches of on a shelf space, and plus that, I think it's 12 by 10 inch milk crate thing. So yeah, that was a giant waste of space. So yeah, live and learn, I reckon. I'm gonna do some inking. Excuse my reach again. I'm gonna do some inking and thinking. So yeah, my daughter and son-in-law came and helped again yesterday, moved a big piece of furniture for me from this space into my new craft room. So that was a big giant chunk of it, because in order to put that in, I had to take the bed, the bed had to come out of there. So it was just, you know, leaned up against the wall in there while we were working. And then since they moved that big piece of furniture out of here, the mattress and box spring are now in here. And then the only other big piece of furniture to move will be this desk, which is, it's this desk, and then it's got like a 1.5 to 2 foot wide shelf space, and then another desk. So it's it's quite a big piece of furniture, and it will have to be taken apart to move it, which my daughter has very generously offered to do. She's very good at that kind of stuff. She loves doing like these were all obviously flat pack furniture pieces, and so she loves doing stuff like that. She just thinks it's a big puzzle, which she loves puzzles. So I mean, I love puzzles too, but I do not like putting flat pack furniture together. Not even gonna lie. So in future, I think I would probably make this a little narrower, so I would not cover up the edging there, but you know, live and learn. And I did make sure to fold it so that the book page, when it's folded up, is correct orientation. I don't know if anybody else did that, but that's just, I just decided I was going to pay attention to that because I like it. And so there you go. I wish I had a longer piece of that very dark colored paper. I will use that one. I will use that one. I'm going to put it down over here and do the edges just a little bit, because it's fragile book page and I don't want to tear it by you know, inking it as I would other paper. So that's gonna be good enough. And I'm just gonna put it right along there, overhanging a bit at the top. And tear this off and ink that. Probably do that along here too, just to make it eveny. Oops, see, I just tore it right there. Let's do this a little more gently. Like so. Let's see how this gal's gonna treat me today. Lovely. That's probably way too much glue. Oh, come here, come here. Just thought I should probably take it over here to squish it down so it doesn't get all over the, like glue the pocket closed up there. So that's that done. And now I'm going to glue the sides up. I mean, I guess you could make the pockets go either way, right? You could make it open at the top, like this one is, or you could then make it open to the side, whichever way. But it's just a basic, you know, there. That's a good, useful pocket for a couple of tags, a nice big journal card, all of that kind of stuff. And then, you know, decorate it up a little bit with some labels or some, I love these, like, just little random grungy strips. Like that. Let's ink that up and see what it looks like. My labels, no, there's some here. I think most of my labels are in the other room already, but there's some here, so we'll take a shot at it. Get over here and reach them. There we go. Just ink that up, yeah. Throw most of them on the table instead of back in the box. And we can proceed to ink it up. And sort of decide on placement. And that will be one done. Let's see. Yeah, I think I like that. Like that. I printed these on label paper, so, and unfortunately the one I picked was printed at the end of one and the beginning of the other. That's okay. We will make it work. There, lovely. Okay, that's one done. These are going to have to be put under something heavy to keep them flat, because it's obviously thinnish book page and scrapbook paper that I'm using. So let's just do another one. This one, I love this font. I believe it is German. I am not positive, but these, I'm gonna have to see if this works, because it might, the paper might crack when I go to fold it up. Oh, but it is not. Oh, yeah, no, it's not cracking. That's fantastic. That just makes my little crafty heart happy. And the piece of paper that I'm going to put in here, I'm going to do it a little bit smaller so some of this lovely natural coloration shows. Use this piece of paper. Let's do it this way. I guess I don't have to go that far down into the pocket either, but I will, just because that's the way I work. Very discombobulated, like, that's how I work. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to come in a little bit both ways, and cut it out. Cut it out. There. And I have no idea what this is, but this is my actual pencil mark. So there. I've just lost all control in this room. Everything's just, wow. How did I manage that? What did I do, kids? Oh, yeah. What did I do? Let me try that again. This piece is the right width, right? And this is about the height I want it to be. So let's try that again. Oh, wait a minute. I think I saw my mistake. Nope, that one's too long too. I don't know what happened. Who knows? Whoever knows is not telling me. So I'll have to be okay with that because I just can't be bothered with worrying about it right now. I am a little bit feeble-minded these days, but that's okay. Not feeble-minded. Addle-brained, that's it. My brains are scrambled. Addle-brained. Yep. Okay. So, inking and thinking happy thoughts. I will be so happy when my craft room is done. I love having things done the way I like them. Like, you know, obviously this craft room is going to be much closer to my ideal, but actually the process of getting it there wrecks my nerves. I just don't do well with disarray, I guess. I don't know what you would call it, but yeah. I would think I'd be used to it because my mother was she was a redecorator. We did a lot of, I think my father always said every time I come back from a mission, he was in the Air Force, every time I come back from a mission, I have to make sure, look at the mailbox and make sure I'm in the right house because it doesn't look as the same inside when I left. Yep. We did that. Mom and I did a lot of painting and repainting and rearranging furniture and covering furniture. We even did that a couple of times. So you'd think I'd be used to the disorganization going on. And this one I'm just gonna leave this here because it's just such a really, I love the way it's the natural discoloration of it. Let me tear off this glue page because it now has ink and glue on it. This gluer. Okay, and I don't want to, something. Wow, that thought just went right out of my brain. Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything to this. This one's gonna stay sort of blank until I go to use it. So it will be put in my ready to use box. Ready to use. I was trying to think what I did with the other one, but it's under there. Let's see if this one will work. This is just gorgeous. Alice in Wonderland. Oh my gosh. Ooh, I'm scared. I'm scared. A little bit. Yeah, no, I'm not going to fold that. It's going to break. Here, whatever. Yeah, it's going to break. That's the word. Here's a lovely piece of vintage music page. Trying to see which song title I would prefer to be at the forefront. This is from apparently from a hymnal, Abide With Me, 1902. Gosh. Okay, excuse me, I need a drink. Once again, it is summertime in Georgia. Quite warm. And we're not even at the, the heart of the heat yet. I really don't want to cover that up. I really don't want to cover that up. Maybe I can just sort of fudge it on the inside. Because I don't like the words being upside down. It's just a thing. I mean, sometimes I don't mind the words being upside down. Sometimes I do mind, muchly. So we're just gonna, let's see if I can cut it correctly this time. I have no idea what happened. I mean, you guys were watching, maybe you could tell me. I don't know. Let's see, here's this pencil mark, and this is the top of the paper. This is gonna go at the top of the book page. Okay, let me get rid of that. And this is how wide the piece is. Right there. There's my pencil mark. Okay. Put that to the side. There we are. Much better. I have no idea, y'all. No idea what happened. No idea what the heck happened. But it's okay. It's all over with now. I seem to have corrected my problem. I mean, it seems just such a simple thing to mess up. Cut a piece of paper twice. And you come out with a square or a rectangle or something. You know? Some things are just beyond my capabilities, apparently. Okie dokie. And again, I think I'm going to leave this one with its natural tones. Yeah, I usually have a lot more things to put in pockets than I have of sort of pre-made, ready-to-use pockets. So I'm attempting to rectify that. I'm going to do it this way. Stop sticking. Stop sticking till I tell you where you're supposed to stick. Yeah, good enough. And it's straight-ish. Straight-ish. Oh. There's a very stiff piece of glue there. Let's get that off. I mean, that really, I thought I cut myself. That's silly. But that would be silly. Okay. Glue that up. These older pages are quite frail, and I don't want to tear them. So this one, I think I might do a little bit of edging, I guess we'll call it. And use it like a piece of lace. I think that's rather cute. Or should we put it over here and just have the laciness on one side? Yeah, I think I'd like to do that. Let me see if I can get it darkened up a bit at the edges. Let's see. I did it the wrong way. I'm such a mess. Let's try again. Yes, Miss Penny, I hear your tags rattling. Something I can do for you? Did you run away already? Run away, run away. She is not at all happy about the changes to her household. She's an old lady and she is set in her ways and she likes things where they are and don't move anything. I'll get a muffin. All right, come on now. Right about there. I'll do that. Well, okay. Is that the way we're doing it now? Yes. I gotta make sure of everything. Double check myself on everything right now. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything. Okay. Let's put you down. Glue it down. Glue it down. Are you all right, little lovey? What are those noises? Okay, okay. Put them under my desk mat so I can, so they can flatten. This paper, I don't know what it is, but it's got a lovely slight sheen to it. And it is The Beginnings of the Nation is the name of the book. And I wish I had the whole book because I want all of that paper. I want all of that. Sorry, gentlemen. You're getting covered up. Penny, honey, are you all right? I don't even see. Oh, there you are. You okay? All right. Yeah. It's just lovely. Just lovely paper. It's too small. Too small. Gosh, I either have blue or pink. Blue or pink? Blue or pink? Yeah. I always knock that down. I mean, it's just a piece of paper. Surely you can stand up against a piece of paper. Surely he cannot. I think I'm just going to tear this. Let's do it this way. First. Trying to do this straight. Wish me luck. Alright. Now got my eyeball on it. Oh gosh. Can't figure out which way's right and wrong now. It's alright, I'll get it together. Maybe. Well, that's clearly wrong. And there we are. I like the way it leaves a rougher edge when you tear it. I think it just makes the stressing on the edge pop a little more, I guess is the word. This lovely, lovely paper came in a, you know, a random pack of book pages from, I don't know, it was either Etsy or eBay when I first started doing the junk journaling. I was like, oh, I'd love to get my hands on the books. And then I realized that, well, you know, I can't get my hand on every book that's out there. But I can certainly get hold of a lot of them. And I like history books. I don't know why, but I just do. And I have a bunch of, not the whole collection, I would give my eye teeth to have the whole collection of the writings of George Washington. I'll point them out when we go into the craft room because they are just gorgeous. Ink? No, not ink. What is this stuff? Glue. Glue. I'm sorry if you can hear the background noise of my fan. I may have said that already. It is quite warm, even inside the temperature-controlled house. It is quite warm. It's, I think the state motto should be, it's not the heat, it's the humidity, which is very largely correct because the humidity is almost overpowering. It makes it difficult to breathe. You instantly sweat when you go outside. It's just a lot. Because technically, the southern United States all the way across the bottom portion of the states, we are a tropical climate. And boy howdy, they are not lying. It gets muggy, the air's so thick you can barely breathe. And the mosquitoes love it. Ugh. The mosquitoes love me because I don't know why. I've heard a lot of different theories, but I don't see any consistent pattern to it because, you know, my children are my children, and some of them get bit like I do, and some of them just don't. But that is our plot in life, our burden to bear, if you will. And there's a little bit of the wording from that left on there, so I'm going to turn it over this way. I like it, I like it, I like it. Yeah, I'm going to save that tiny scrap. I can put it in part of a cluster, she tells herself. It's okay, I can't. I could do something with it for sure, for sure. Even if it's just as a, what are those things called? A master board. Yep, I can do that. slide, slide. There we go. No, I didn't ink it up before I did that piece. That's okay. Need another drink, sorry. I apologize to anyone who can't stand mouth noises, and I try not to be, you know, out of control with it. But this one will make a nice small, if it doesn't break. Good job, little dictionary page. Okay, let's see if I can find something small. And that'll be a good height. I just need to tear it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna tear it on all the sides. And then adjust for actual size. It is not easy to do the small edges, you see. There we go. And then we'll see how we are. Well, I guess I could do it now, see how we are width-wise. And then that, I can just tuck that in at the bottom. It'll be okay. Oh, come here. Right. Get this a little bit of ink. Just a little bit of ink. Like so. Ink this up, tear that very pointy corner off. Okay, I like that look. Very nice, very nice. I like it, I like it, I like it. Okay. All right, paper, get off of my thumb. Hey, you, get off of my thumb. Oh. Okay. Well, now put a little bit of the Nouveau Blue. Just a little bit, because I don't want it seeping through the paper, which could happen. Okay, your lovely, lovely little pocket. And sorry, this just caught my eye, so I must do it. I must do it. I feel the need to add this label. I just had another idea. See, I can't even follow my own rules. No decorating, no decorating. But what am I doing? Decorating. Ish. Just ish. Just a little bit. I'm gonna make it a little bit shorter. Let's see what I can do. Oh, it's falling apart. See what I can do to ink it without destroying it further. And that's gonna have to do. And then a little bit of glue stick, again without tearing it. That's rather cute. Sorry, you wee little crumbs. Sorry. Yeah, that's a way to spend an afternoon, isn't it? Get some book page, some scrapbook paper, thin scrapbook paper I'm using. I mean, I guess you don't really have to use thin paper, but I just happen to be doing that. And what is this? Report United States Geological Survey. Okay. Hayden's Valley Springs mud volcanoes. That's very cool. Huh. What am I trying to do? Yeah, I can't get the table on there. I can do it this way though. That's pretty cool. I wish I knew more about where that data was being recorded, because it looks very interesting. And it does, I don't know what year it was either. Let's see. Could we do it that way? Yeah, I think that'll work. So I'm just gonna tear this down to a more manageable size. That's a widen. Okay. Go a little bit further, because I'll see if I can tear off the edge to get it that. Didn't give it much of a distress look, did it? That's okay. And then how high? Let's do this first. Now we'll do what I call measuring. Like so. To have it speckledy or whatever roughed up on the bottom, but you know, there you go. Yeah, just a little bit. Yay, yay. Right. How's that size-wise? Very nice. Very nice. I think I like this little project. It's a very good way to just relax. Nothing challenging. No decisions to make. Well, you gotta pick some paper, I guess, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I sort of picked the papers. I went through my paper stack the book thing before I came on, before I turned the camera on, so I wouldn't be waffling about, you know, 87 pages. I'm gonna use this one. No, I like this one. Here's like 6 sheets of paper. That's what we're doing. Keep myself on track a little bit. Yeah, I like the way this looks. This is one of those papers that, and most of the, well, not most of them, but this one is one of those papers that, I mean, I like it, but because of the way it's colored at the top and bottom, I really wouldn't have any idea how to use it. So we're cutting it up. That's how we're using it. Tear it up. Just tear it up. And that's how you handle that. Oops. Don't faint. Quit fainting. Are you having heat stroke or something over there? A little dauber? You are an inanimate object. You do not feel the heat that way. So there. Try and center it a little bit. Fiddlesticks. That makes me sad. Where's my things? A little dab of glue under there. I don't know what happened. There. And now we shall glue as straight as possibly. Ooh. That's why I try and do it on a glue book. I am just not, I'm not good at this single line thing. But, and I also don't always remember to clean off my workspace. So, you know. There we go. Yeah, I'm doing it again. It's okay. It's all right. Too much white. Sorry, can't talk and cut at the same time. I can barely cut. There we go. I probably should have just used a punch. But, well, you know what they say, life is a, you know, yeah. Okay, I'm just going to do this real quick, just real quick. Real quick. Like that. Okay. I'm done faffing with it. Let's see how much time we got on the clock. Yeah, I'm gonna call it quits for the day, and I'll show you a quick peek at the new craft room, stage 2. Right, so here we are again. The craft room door. And voila, we have super messy mess in here. So, yeah, all of this stuff, that bookshelf there, my daughter and son-in-law. Oh, hi, Penny. Are you making a cameo? Are you my model? Penny. sorry, so this came, they just carried it from one room to this room with all the stuff on it. Didn't lose anything. This, I had all of my inks and paints on, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it because there's a container under there that has all of my inks and daubers and stuff in it. That's the flooring. It's very heavy, I can't move it. All my washi tape is on those rings, not all of it. My printer, which is one of my favorite things. It's the HP, what do they call it? The tank ink. Anyway, lots of ink in there. I used to have a lot of my vintage books there, but they are all wha-bam over there. The totes are scrapbooking stuff. Scrapbooks completed and in various stages of completion. The books, the George Washington books are there. There's 12 of them, at least. Oh no, there's a 13. They're completely out of order. So there's at least 13 of them, but I only have 7 of them. So they're fascinating. They're really lovely, lovely books. Okay, enough about that. So, sorry if I made you dizzy there. So yeah, I have my, this is going to be my workspace. You know, like if I'm going to emboss or cut or make a book or a box or whatever, that'll be done there. And that's ink stamps, the wood back ones. I don't know where I'm going to put them yet. I'm a little bit obsessed with the Xyron sticker machines. Don't mind me. My Cricut is there. So yeah, this all has to be sorted out. This, oh, this is so heavy. This is what I spent yesterday doing. That is all of my scrapbook paper, and that is the stuff that's too tall to fit under that. That's a box of, or a pack of book board. So yeah, that is all of my scrapbook paper. Those are special papers and cardboard backings. That's a mask for stenciling. So it's coming along. It's just a frustrating, slow process. And the mess you have to make to get there is sort of, you know, it's messing with my brain. Anyway, that's where my desk will go. It's the only wall, uninterrupted wall in this room long enough for the work desk. So, I don't want to show you the mess in the hallway. So we'll just go back to the mess in the craft room. Yeah, so this is where we will be shortly, I hope. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one on Wednesday. Bye.